Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Hudson. I'm chairman of the Chamber of Commerce Executive Board, and I would like to thank you very much for coming to the Onslow County Public Safety Awards ceremony. This is one of the annual signature events of the Jacksonville-Onslow Chamber of Commerce. I do appreciate all of you taking the time today. You could have been somewhere else, but you chose to be here. You know, Ben Franklin said, "Well done is better than well said." And today, we are celebrating the accomplishments of several of our nominees that are here with us today. And it's appropriate to take time because they have an extraordinarily difficult job. But in a way, in doing this, we're also saying thank you to the entire professions within public safety. So it's appropriate that annually we gather and that we remember. As you can tell when you look around the room and on the back of your program, many in the Chamber proudly support this event, and we support the heroes that work in public safety. I want to say a special thank you to our gold sponsors, Sanders Ford, Jones Onslow EMC, and Onslow County Government. Our silver sponsors, Bryn Mawr Village, Modern Exterminating, and National Automotive Group, and our bronze sponsors, Brown Properties and Public Supermarket. Several of our elected officials are also in attendance today, and I want to recognize and thank them for their unwavering support of our local public safety functions. Several have also served in this field and have walked the walk. As I call your name, please stand. From the Onslow County Board of Commissioners, Vice Chairman Tim Foster, Commissioner Royce Bennett, Commissioner Paul Buchanan, Commissioner Robin Knapp, Commissioner Mark Price, and Commissioner Walter Scott. Commissioners, thank you. And as I look her way from the Jacksonville City Council, Councilwoman Cindy Edwards. Ms. Edwards, thank you. We also have a couple of appointed officials that are in the room that I would like to recognize. Ms. Sharon Griffin, our Onslow County Manager. Thank you, Ms. Griffin. Ms. Sherry Slater, Assistant County Manager. Thank you, Ms. Slater. And CEO of the finest water and sewer authority in eastern North Carolina, yay, all through North Carolina, Mr. Frankie Howard, CEO of Onwassa. Thank you, Mr. Howard. Many of our organizations have also been table sponsors today, and so we thank all of them for being our table sponsors for those of you that are gathered with us. At this time, I would like to recognize another elected official, saved for this moment, Onslow County Sheriff Hans Miller, who will deliver our invocation. Sheriff Miller, would you please come?
Good morning. This is an invitation to prayer. Dear Lord God, our Creator, we are thankful for this day in life. We have a lot to be thankful for. And we ask that you bless this meeting and your heavenly protection on those who protect our country from aggression, from those who provide the goods that we need to sustain our life, the commercial sector, and for our people, all people, our first responders, our medical people, and those who keep our communities safe of all jurisdictions, because they are the front line of keeping our community safe. So we ask that you bless this food for the nourishment and also the hands that provided it. And we say all this in your holy name, our Lord. Thank you, and God bless you, and those who attend here today. Amen.
Thank you, Sheriff. At this time, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Northside High School Air Force GROTC Color Guard. Following that, remain standing as Elijah Crawley, a 2022 graduate of Northside High, will perform the national anthem.
proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Forward, march.
I'm Lorette Ligon, president of the Jacksonville Onslow Chamber of Commerce, and it is my distinct pleasure to present our Public Safety Award nominees. I'd like to ask Tybee Brown and Chairman Jeff Hudson to please come and help with the certificates. And please come forward as I call your name. Lieutenant Ryan Graham, paramedic, Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services. Our next nominee is Lieutenant Matthew Turlington, firefighter, EMT, Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services. The lieutenant was not able to join us today, but accepting on his behalf is the Assistant Chief of Operations, William White. Battalion Chief Ronnie Trott, Belgrade Station, Maysville Fire and Emergency Services. Rescue Captain Richard Weaver, Maysville Fire and Emergency Services. Lieutenant James Priddle, Turkey Creek Fire and Rescue. And those that are running off before you get your goodie bags, we'll give them to you after the event. Lieutenant. Chief Ricky Hardison, Fire Department, Turkey Creek Fire and Rescue. Captain Mark Watson, Turkey Creek Fire and Rescue. He too was unable to join us today, so accepting on his behalf is Captain Marcus Allen. Oh, well, you can get it back to Sneads Ferry for us. Detective Julia Paris, Special Victims Unit, Jacksonville Police Department. Officer Christopher Padrick, Community Officer for the Jacksonville Police Department. Kevin Holler, Engineer 1, Jacksonville Fire and Emergency Services. Nina Cruz, Telecommunicator 3 for Jacksonville Public Safety. Lieutenant Roger Parker with the Fire Department, Jacksonville Public Safety. Officer James Springfield, Jacksonville Public Safety. And last but not least, Captain Scott Robert Rowe, retired, Onslow County Sheriff's Office. Like that retired by your name, don't you? Okay, thank you to all of our nominees for your selfless contributions to our community, and you are all heroes in my book. Now, at this time, I want to invite the Director of Public Safety, Chief Mike Unero, to the front for a very special presentation. Chief?
Thank you, Lorette. The Jacksonville's Onslow Chamber of Commerce's commitment to our public safety professionals is admirable, and I appreciate you hosting the event. I appreciate the sponsors hosting the event. I also appreciate the Chamber allowing me to present a very special award, which we will call the Public Safety Support Professional of the Year. The award winner has been influential in helping to build a crisis continuum of care in Onslow County, and always looking for ways to provide additional resources to the county. One area of focus is assisting victims of crimes and those affected by crimes. The award winner also strives to pave the way for better communication between agencies and community partners and continue to provide education on mental health, substance abuse, and crisis management to our community members. The result has been to identify groups and in turn shape new policies and procedures, help reduce use of force situations, and provide opportunities for education and learning. The end result is saving lives in our community. Dr. Toby Gilbert has served as a consultant for the Jacksonville Police Department for 2 years prior to joining full-time in 2017 as a crisis counselor. She's a founding member of the Strategic Opioid Advanced Response Team, the Overdose Fatality Review Team, a member of the Child Advocacy Center's MDT, a board member with True Justice International, member of the Quick Response Team and Rapid Response Team, the Opioid Prescription and Drug Advisory Committee Team, the Cohen Clinics Clinical Advisory Panel, and Cohen Strategic Planning Team. She's a hostage negotiator with the police department and provides critical incident stress management to those exposed to critical incidents and trauma, and is an instructor and coordinator for the Crisis Intervention Team training, which she came from today. And Dr. Gilbert has worked with the University of Wilmington for the past 4 years to educate master-level students in mental health by providing internships, placement. Dr. Gilbert assisted with the beginning of the Homeless Outreach Program, the peer support team for the police department, and works closely with EMS and other first responders in educating about mental health crises. She works closely with our investigative division with psychological profile, navigating local and state mental health agencies, and providing support in active investigations. She has always put the community first in everything she does. Capitalizing on her unique experience, she continues to be on call all hours of the day and night, and I am pleased to present this special recognition to the Public Safety Support Professional of the Year, Dr. Toby Gilbert.
Working with all of you. So, thank you.
Sorry about that, Jim.
No problem.
It's my fault. I was supposed to call Jim up.
At least the chief is accountable. Our first award winner is Lieutenant Firefighter Matthew Turlington of the Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services. He began his fire service career in August of 2004 with the Parkton Volunteer Fire Department. He quickly realized his love for the fire service and how he could contribute to the community. In 2008, he was hired by the City of Fayetteville Fire Department, where he quickly advanced to become part of the Regional Response Hazardous Material Team for Region 3. He was hired by Onslow County Fire in July of 2015, and in 2017, he began working for Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services Division. In March of 2020, Firefighter Turlington was promoted to lieutenant. He volunteered to be on multiple working groups for the following topics: replacement of the 100-foot platform, replacement of nozzles, replacement of turnout gear, and replacement of thermal imaging cameras. He also volunteered to become a certified Petzl bailout system train the trainer instructor, where he taught more than 50 fire and emergency personnel to safely use equipment to evacuate an area that has become unsafe while extinguishing a fire. Training became another area that he enjoyed because he was able to pass his knowledge to new employees, logging in over 400 hours with Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services Division and 65 hours training with Onslow County as an emergency responder. He again volunteered to train and evaluate new and current employees on the firefighting hose streams, personal protective equipment, ladders, ventilation, fire pumps, and rapid intervention teams. As a lieutenant at Fire Station 8 aboard Camp Johnson, in the absence of his station captain, he was in charge of the day-to-day operations of this fire station. Lieutenant Turlington's goal of furthering his knowledge and passing it on, getting involved with the operation of the organization, and preparing himself for that next step in his career has been noticed by his peers and supervisors and are the building blocks for a great leader. For that reason, he is our Firefighting Professional of the Year. Accepting the award on his behalf is Assistant Chief of Operations William White. Yeah. Here, let me help. Our next award is for the Volunteer Firefighter of the Year. Our panel of judges selected Captain Mark Watson of Turkey Creek Fire and Rescue. Once Mark joined Turkey Creek, he became very active in not only responding to calls, but helping revamp the training program at Turkey Creek. As a state certified fire instructor, Captain Watson willingly and graciously taught various firefighter certification classes to help members in obtaining their state firefighter certifications. This has not only helped members receive certification courses, it also helped better teach the members safety procedures, quality training, and best practices. Mark not only teaches classes at our department for our members and local agencies, but he also teaches in the Fire Academy at Coastal Carolina Community College. This helps the members of the fire community and Onslow County to receive quality training. The amount of hours Mark has put into his teaching and training programs has drastically helped increase the skills to better respond and perform tactics and actions on the fire ground for our department and others in Onslow County. This helps responders that are volunteering their time keep others safe. Mark has also assisted Turkey Creek with insurance services office inspections through the Office of the State Fire Marshal and Department of Insurance. The dedication he has put into our training program at Turkey Creek has greatly assisted the department in lowering the insurance services office score and helping bring down the insurance cost for our community homeowners. Thank you, buddy. Mark not only assists in these various training areas, but he also is a member of the truck committee for the department and helps evaluate what is needed in the way of new apparatuses to help better serve our community. Accepting the award on behalf of Mark Watson is Captain Marcus Allen. You again. Yeah, me again. And now, to present the Emergency Medical Services Award and Communications Professional Award, I invite Chairman Jeff Hudson back to the podium.
Our Emergency Medical Services Professional of the Year is Lieutenant Paramedic Ryan Graham of Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services. Lieutenant Ryan E. Graham began his career with Camp Lejeune Fire and Emergency Services Division on August 8th as a firefighter. How about that? August 8th, 2016, I should say. He quickly realized his passion was for emergency medical services and became a paramedic. Soon afterwards, he was promoted to lieutenant. Carrying his passion for safety beyond the workplace, he started his own business conducting home safety inspections. Lieutenant Graham has continued to enhance his knowledge and capabilities by attaining certifications as a Fire Officer 2, in Hazard Materials Incident Command, and also in Technical Rescue. He researched and attended an advanced pharmacology class that enhanced the care that he provided to his patients. Lieutenant Graham was recognized by the Naval Medical Center Trauma Director for a call in which his actions saved the life of a patient who had suffered multi-system trauma with evisceration and a large amount of blood loss. He's demonstrated competence and leadership ability repeatedly during difficult responses that included entanglement, cardiac events, and asphyxiation. It is reported that Lieutenant Graham was assigned the most demanding ambulance aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune and Marine Corps Air Station New River, whose call volume totaled 1,088 responses. During one of those responses, he noticed a discarded Navy Corpsman shadow box. He refurbished the box, and after some research, it was discovered that the Navy Corpsman had passed, but was survived by his wife. He was able to locate her and ship that shadow box to her. He's participated in multiple training events aboard Camp Johnson with the Corpsman School, and while on duty, provided his colleagues with protocol training to maintain a high degree of professional emergency medical care. His actions and accomplishments within the community earned Lieutenant Graham the Marine Corps EMS Provider of the Year in March 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our Emergency Medical Professional of the Year, Lieutenant Paramedic Ryan Graham. Accepting on behalf is Mr. Glenn Zurich. Glenn? Our Emergency Communications Professional of the Year is Telecommunicator 3, Nina Cruz. Nina began her career as a telecommunicator with Jacksonville Public Safety in March of 2015 and has steadily advanced in her profession. Today, she is a Telecommunicator 3 and shift supervisor. Nina is also a communications training officer who has trained the majority of the new Jacksonville Public Safety telecommunicators for the last several years. Nina was one of the first Jacksonville telecommunicators to be trained in crisis intervention for communicators. As of the date of her nomination for this award, she had used that training 155 times within the last 4 years of service. I'm sure that number has grown since the nomination was written. Her additional contributions to Jacksonville Communications Division includes her service as a recruiting representative, quality assurance agent, and completion of the monthly criminal history audit. While working in the Jacksonville 911 Center during 2020, Nina answered 1,489 calls for 911 and 2,000 administrative calls for a total of almost 3,500 calls. Nina states that her favorite part of the job is the actual job, being on the radio with first responders and connecting with callers. She reports that being a telecommunicator has made her very aware of her surroundings and has made her become a multitasker. One account of her actions helps to convey the importance of a telecommunicator's job. Some time ago, a call came in from a woman who wanted to end her own life. That shift was busy, and there were no free officers immediately available to send to the scene. As you might imagine, the emergency was happening in that very moment. Nina stayed on the line with the caller, making a connection over their shared love of dogs. Nina reminded the caller that the caller's dogs needed her and that she needed to stay alive to take care of them. Nina was able to keep the caller calm and on the line until officers arrived. That caller received the help that they so desperately needed. You know, not every call ends well, But for each and every call to our E911 centers, there's a highly trained telecommunicator offering a sympathetic ear and a voice until help arrives. Many times, telecommunicators really are the first responders. Nina is a remarkable example of that profession. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Emergency Communications Professional of the Year, Nina Cruz. I'd now like to invite Chamber President Lorette Legan to the podium to present our final award for the Law Enforcement Professional of the Year.
I'm honored to stand before you and present the Jacksonville Onslow Chamber of Commerce Law Enforcement Professional of the Year Award. As is the case of previous award winners, this year's honoree is a graduate of the basic law enforcement training at Coastal Carolina Community College. Good job, Paul. She also has a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, the Advanced Law Enforcement Certification from the North Carolina Criminal Justice Education and Standards Commission, completed the Criminal Investigation Certification Program, is a graduate of the Leadership and Public Safety Organizations, and is a certified general instructor and has completed training in child death investigations and advanced child death investigations. Detective Julia Parrish was born and raised in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Now, prior to law enforcement, Julie had a successful career in retail. I bet you could get a second job in that right now around town. And for 12 years, she worked with the Marine Corps Community Services. While she was working overseas in Iraq with MCCS, Julia decided she was going to return home and pursue a long-held goal of a career in law enforcement. She continued to work full-time with MCCS while attending basic law enforcement at the community college. She started her career in 2008 at the Onslow County Sheriff's Office, later joining Jacksonville Police Department in January of 2009 as a patrol officer. While working on patrol, Julia was passionate about the safety of our children and sought out the cases involving children. Her passion for serving the youngest members of our community resulted in her selection as a Special Victims Unit detective in 2011. Julia's investigated some of the police department's most serious cases to include homicide, sexual assaults, child fatalities, child physical abuse, and unfortunately, child sexual abuse. Julia works closely with other agencies to include the Department of Social Services, Child Advocacy Center, Onslow County Youth Center, and the Department of Public Services Juvenile Justice. Julie has investigated numerous child fatalities, stating that even though those are the hardest cases to investigate, they are also the most rewarding. Detective Parrish feels that she can be the voice for an innocent child who has been abused and/or neglected. Through her work as a Special Victims Unit detective, she serves on a host of committees to include Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, Multidisciplinary Team, Child Fatality Review Committee, and Truancy Mediation. She is also a founding member of Turning Adversity into Success for Children in Onslow, and this works to eliminate child abuse and neglect through community education, awareness, and intervention. Now, while she's not working, Julie can be found feeding her Jeep addiction. She loves modifying her Jeep Wrangler and spending time with the Muddy Crawlers Jeep Club, which means I don't have to find her a car to ride in the Christmas parade this year when she goes down Western Boulevard as the Law Enforcement Professional of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Detective Julia Parrish. And last but not least, I do want to recognize the chamber staff that made this possible. Rebecca Hager, our military affairs manager. This was her first Public Safety Awards event, and she pulled it off without a hitch, but she didn't do it alone. She had our special events manager, Joan Skidmore. Where'd Joan run to? Longtime admin services manager, Melissa Maloney. Our very own Vanna White, Tybee Brown. And last but not least, Beth Burchell just shows up every year. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we stand adjourned.